YouTube, I've sold 1.6 million with Amazon AI reselling. All you need to do is copy me. As you guys can see, this is my completely live dashboard. I've sold over 1.6 million. And if I refresh here, you can see that it does change because this is my live dashboard. So with that said, I want to get straight to it. We're going to be talking about why you need to start this business now, the cost to actually get started with this business model, can you actually succeed in this business, and how long it actually takes to get successful. And then the best way to start this business if you're brand new and you know nothing about this, or maybe you do have a little bit of experience, but you're still unsure of the best way to start selling on Amazon. I first want to quickly explain and give you a disclaimer that this is what we are not doing. We are not buying products from China. We're not selling cheap products like a fidget spinner. We're not selling trendy items, okay? We are simply selling everyday products on Amazon. So stuff like Nike, Bounty, Adidas, Logitech, Sony, all of these name brands that are already selling every single month on Amazon, we are looking for opportunities where we can buy something for cheap and just sell it for more onto Amazon. Okay, so we're not doing anything like this. We're not doing drop shipping. We're not doing anything like that. Okay, those businesses can work. I don't think they're very easy to get into, but that's why I am not going to be teaching that today. So let's first just start off with why you should start now instead of continuously pushing things off. So obviously we know that Amazon is one of the biggest, it is the biggest e-commerce platform in the world. They have over 200 million Amazon Prime members as of 2025. So they have been growing insane. They're going to become the first $1 trillion company. It's only a matter of time before that happens. But also, one other thing to note here is the growth of Amazon has just continuously gotten bigger. And there will always be more buyers than sellers on Amazon's platform. So that means that no matter what, we will always be able to profit off of Amazon's customers. And, there will always be spots and gaps for us to make money and obviously make a profit off of that. So just understand that a lot of people think that Amazon is too saturated or that selling on Amazon, it's been around for so long. There's so many people doing it. The reality is, how many Amazon sellers do you know in person? I know none, okay, other than maybe a few friends, but I don't know anyone that sells on Amazon, and you probably don't know either. And you probably didn't even know you could sell on Amazon. At least I didn't when I first started. So that is the biggest takeaway, is understand that there is a ton of opportunity in this marketplace, and the more and more and more you keep pushing things off and waiting, the further away you get from actually starting that business you actually want. So that's my first thing. Now, the cost to actually get started is very cheap, okay? You really only need one software, which is the Scan Profit software. And this software basically helps you analyze products to ensure that they are profitable. So very cheap to get started. You don't need thousands and thousands of softwares. Everyone typically wants to push 20 softwares down your throat. Do not listen to those people, okay? They are probably just trying to get some type of affiliate money or push some affiliate link. Don't fall for it, okay? Start off simple, start off small. If you need other softwares later, of course, get them, but start off easy, okay? You don't need anything crazy. Now, can you actually succeed in this business, okay? This is what the average Amazon seller makes, okay? It is around $1,000 to $25,000 every single month. This is the average Amazon seller, okay? Now, this still varies, and it does take time. And here is the biggest lesson I want you guys to all understand. I am not someone who's here to push you into get-rich-quick schemes. If you guys want get-rich-quick schemes, go put all your money in crypto and lose it all, okay? I've done that, okay? Maybe actually don't do that. But my whole point is that this is not a get-rich-quick, okay? You do have to put in time and effort into this business. But as you guys can see, there's a lot of long-termness with building a business on Amazon. And since they've already built up all of the infrastructure for you, you don't really need to do much. You just need to learn how to find products and start making money. And so I'll be teaching you guys today how to actually find products, what tools to use. And like I said, we only really need one tool to get started. So it is very, very simple to get into this. You can succeed as long as you are willing to be long-term in this business. And if you guys have made it this far, my advice to you is to start your seller account and just get that process started. Okay. If you want to actually start selling on Amazon, just start with taking that first step. Okay, everyone's always confused what their first step is. Starting your Amazon seller account is your first step, and trust me, that is the smartest thing you can do right now, even though you don't have all your questions answered, okay? But let's get into it. I'm gonna show you guys how to actually find your first product and the best way to go ahead and get started. Okay, guys, so the first thing you want to understand with this new sourcing strategy is a lot of people used to do very bad sourcing strategies. Okay, so there's a lot of people that are still kind of stuck in this stone age, and what they do is they'll go to a site like Target, for example. They'll go to their deals section, they'll go to their like clearance, and they will essentially go through all of these products that are on the sales section and try to find a product that is profitable. I'm telling you right now, this is one of the oldest strategies in the book, and that is why it doesn't really work as well. Because there are so many products on the Target website that you will be looking for ages and ages. And maybe eventually you will find one product that is actually good to sell and profitable, but that is just going to take you too much time. And I don't recommend any of my new students do this strategy unless they are very, very advanced, which obviously if you're newer into the business, you should not be doing this strategy because you're not going to be advanced. So do not do this strategy. I will say one thing, this strategy can be good. Okay, this strategy can be good. So just because I'm saying it's bad for a beginner does not mean it's a totally bad strategy, but for most people, you do not want to start with a strategy like this, okay? So what we're going to be doing instead is really just copying what other people are selling, right? That is the whole goal here. So this is a product that I have as a starting product, okay? If you don't have a starting product, you're brand new to Amazon, you don't really know what to use, take this product as an example. This is the product right here, Spoiled Child. Just take this product, get the Scan Profit Chrome extension, and then if we scroll down on the left here, we'll see this tab called the Offers tab. Okay, now this tab is where you can actually look at what other people are selling. So if we open up this seller over here, this seller right here, we can open them up in a new tab and then look at the products they're selling. One key thing to note here, we specifically want to look for sellers that have less than 30 reviews. So this seller right here, he has 76 reviews, so we would not want to look at him. And if you're wondering, well, why are we only focused on people with less than 30 reviews? It's simply because people with less than 30 reviews don't have an abundant amount of products in their stores, so it's a lot easier to find their best selling products, and you will also find more products that you are naturally approved to sell by looking at smaller sellers. So I even look at people with 0 reviews. People with 0 reviews are great. So don't think that you have to look at the biggest sellers in the world. That's not really the case. You can look at any seller. And so we'll pull up, for example, this guy's store. We can see he has 14 products. And we can kind of scroll through here and see what stuff this guy has in his store. So for an example here, we got this Milwaukee receptacle tester. It is $22.99 here. And we need to find it for around 21. This might be profitable already. So if we are getting it for $22.99, so obviously this would be a product that would make us money, right? $4 profit, 17% ROI. It's nothing too crazy, but it is profitable, okay? Also, the sales per month on this listing aren't anything too high. So, you know, I would probably stay away myself from this listing, but you guys can see just as an example, like that is the first product we opened up. Look, you guys have already made it this far in the video, which means you're obviously somewhat serious about building your Amazon business. This Sunday, I'm hosting a completely free live training where I show you step-by-step how to build and scale your Amazon business. So if you want to learn exactly how to do that, everyone who attends is going to be getting a free gift worth thousands of dollars. It's not stuff that I post on YouTube. So if you want to get that and you want to attend this free training, click the link in the description. I'll also be answering Q&A at the end, so make sure you're there, and I'll see you guys this Sunday. It is profitable. Now, I want you guys to all understand this is not just a walk in the park. You're not just going to open up your first product and it's going to be profitable like that. It will take some time, but if you guys consistently do this every day for like an hour, you will become better at sourcing, okay? I'm not here to tell people that this is a get-rich-quick scheme. This is something where if you put in the time, you will get successful, you will get better at the business, and you will grow. Like, it's as simple as that. Any business that anyone's talking about, they all have pros and cons. They all have a skill gap, a learning gap. If you are willing to go through the struggle and the pain of not being a pro right away, and you just kind of stick with it, you will get better. It's as simple as that. So if you guys can just let yourself not be the best to start, you will get better. Let's pull up this product right here because I actually want to teach you guys a little lesson about this product. So what essentially happened with this product, we can see here it was selling at $34.99, right? This right here is the keeper graph. So this is kind of how we tell how profitable a product is. So we can see it sells for $34.99 up here. And then all of a sudden, the offer count, which is the other sellers on this listing, the offer count actually shoots up. So I'm going to show you guys what I mean here. So the offer count is this guy, the blue line. It shoots up. Anytime the offer count shoots up, you can expect an immediate reflection in the price. So if the offer count shoots up, the price is going to shoot down. So the price here is this purple line at the top. It starts to shoot down, okay? This is always going to happen in every single case. This is a common pattern. It's just supply and demand. It's kind of like stock trading. I've never really done stock trading, but some people like to say it's similar. It is, I guess, with the graphs. But offer count goes up, price will go down. It's as simple as that. Now, on the reverse, on the other side of things, if you ever see the offer count go down, you will typically see the price go up. Okay, we'll see if we see that on this listing. If they had they didn't really have an instance where other people were on it before. But just a little thing to note, when you do start sourcing for these products, like you will see products where the price just plummets. Okay, you really want to avoid listings like that. You can see with this listing, it was selling for $94.99. That blue line is starting to slowly go up, and our price is slowly starting to trickle down, right? Very common pattern. So you see right here with this listing, we had 7 people on it, slowly started having more people sell out, and then we get to a point where there's only one seller, so we jump from $65 up to $74.99. So almost a $10 difference in profit for that seller that waited on his price. And so sometimes it's good if you're on a listing where the price actually drops. Sometimes it's okay to not go down with the price. Like sometimes you can actually wait those people out and they will sell out, and then that price will recover and become very high profit again. So just something to keep note of. Keepa and understanding the graphs is something that will come with time. It looks very overwhelming at the start, but it's not overwhelming once you get the hang of it. And then really, guys, it's just a matter of continuously looking through different stores and seeing what they have to offer. Like this product right here, some of the things that I'm looking for, just so you guys kind of have an idea of what my mind looks at, I look at the product, and then I actually look at what it's selling for. So we can see this product is selling for $37. We need to find it for around $19. So I'm like, okay, is that realistic? That's kind of the question I ask myself. I'm like, is this realistic? Can we really find this for $19? It's possible. It is steel, however you want to pronounce it, which is a more expensive brand. There's a lot of stuff in the title, so let's just delete some of this stuff, see what happens. Guess we'll accept that. We need to find a dealer anyways. Yeah, this is a product where if you know how to cut grass, you might know exactly where to get this from, where to get it for cheap too. Because I do not. Yeah, all I'm seeing is pretty much $30. And that's kind of where I'll kind of just give it away. I really just Google search. I try to see, is the price remotely close to where I need it to be? And if the price isn't remotely close where I need it to be, I usually move on. For example, this one on Zorro here, it's $28.99. We need to sell it for around $22. We're close, right? We are close. So that tells me that, if we could get a discount here, we can obviously make that work. I'm pretty sure you can get 20% off coupons take 10% off your next order. So you can get a 10% off. I've heard you can get 20% off coupons in the mail. But let's just say, even if we got 10%, I don't think we would be super profitable, but I just want to see what we would be at. If we got 10%, our cost price for this product would be $26.09. So we would have $1.50 profit with a 5% ROI. Definitely would not want to purchase it at that low of a profit. But again, there's another example of like, that is how this works. Like if you can find a 20%, you could probably bring this down to $4 profit. And then it's from there, it's just pretty much finding more and more products like this that you make a profit on. There's also some sales here happening at 40. If we could sell this at 40, we would be a little bit more, but still not enough, right? Typically, the minimum ROI I'm shooting for with my products is going to be a 30 to 35% ROI. That's typically what you want to shoot for. Sometimes I'll take 20, 25% if there's like good volume in the product, but typically you're shooting for 30 to 35% ROI on most of your products. And then this is pretty much the process, just going through more and more products. If you've been using this strategy and you're still kind of struggling, or maybe you haven't been able to find many products, it is very, very highly likely that you're making some mistakes as you're going through this sourcing process, or you just aren't really looking at the right products. Maybe your starting point isn't good. Maybe the storefronts you're looking at aren't good. Maybe you're spending too much time overthinking about the products you're looking at. There's a lot of different instances where I've had students who were terrible at storefront stocking, terrible at finding products. And, I did a one-on-one call with them, looked over their shoulder. I'm like, yep, you're doing this wrong. You're doing this wrong. And they start to actually get what mistakes they're making, and they start to find more products. So it's possible, if you've been doing this for a while and you're still kind of not really sure how to find those products, that you may be making some mistakes. Okay, I know it's kind of hard to admit when you're making some mistakes, but it is very, very possible that you are making mistakes. It's normal. It happens. This product right here would be profitable as well. Oh, wait, no, it's not, because this is a mini. Be careful. Make sure your sizes are the same. I thought this one would be profitable because I thought we were getting it for, you can get the auto replenish for $28.50, but obviously they're not the same size. So we'll let that one go. But that is pretty much the process, guys. You're just clicking through a bunch of stores until you start to find products that you're profitable with. Even if you're making a few dollars profit, like $4 profit a unit, and you sell 30 of those a month, and then you find another product like that and you stack them up, that's how scalable Amazon is. And I'm telling you, there is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of profitable products, like even the ones that I just showed you guys today, which obviously we didn't even dig too deep into. I mean, it's only been 12 minutes of me really sourcing, and obviously I'm trying to explain things to you guys as I go through it, so you guys can see it is a very simple process that you guys just kind of have to follow through with, and the more you do it, the better you get. But for those of you guys that want to learn a little bit more hands-on, maybe you want a little bit of extra help, you can actually apply below this to work one-on-one with me, and I can look over your shoulder and just help you through the whole process of how to source more products, how to also train a team to build up the business if you want to scale it and not always be working on it. You can also learn that skill as well. For those of you guys that aren't really sure you want one-on-one yet, and maybe you just want to attend my next live free training, I'm hosting a training this Sunday where I actually go through the whole process of how to start and scale this business from scratch and how I've been using AI to basically build the business. So if you guys want to attend that training, it's this Sunday. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll put the link in the description for that training as well. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.